What I'm waiting for really is just to get my cool to 11 because 11 seems to be like where the skills are at.
Most definitely. Hello and welcome. My name is Alex Gonzalez, and with me today is my good old friend JE.
Hey, that's me.
And please remember that we are not game devs. How are you doing today, Jay?
I mean, like I said, I just want to be in the future, man. 2077. That's where it's at.
But that is not the year that we are talking about today. Today we are creating something new. Every week, we are not game devs will create a new exciting video game idea that we have always wanted to play but do not have any knowledge or know-how to create the wonderful experience that is video games. And today is my turn to present We Are Not Game Devs 134th IP. And we're going to begin with the basic concept. I have 3 concepts in here, and I'm excited about each of them. And I kept getting excited about the one that's newest to me, but we'll wait. Today, we are going to create a video game where you play as a road rage sports mom that tries to destroy other road rage sports moms on the road on the way to each other's games. The type of sports mom you pick will dictate powers, and the type of car you pick will dictate health and speed. So I think,
Sorry
what's up?
to interject. I just have an immediate response to this. And
Go for it.
what I just want to interject is depending on, so each one, it's you going, each level, I guess, is you going towards the game that you're going to do. And let's say this is framed like a season in any sports game where all your kids' games are on a schedule and the levels that you play are these scheduled games, right? And
Yeah.
depending on how well you take these people out and which moms you take out, at the end of the level, you see how that game plays out. Your kid's game of whatever sport this is, let's say baseball. I don't know if you want to do baseball, but let's just say baseball for now.
We can do baseball. We can do baseball, hockey, football.
It like kind of plays like a overview of that game, and depending on which kids you are able to take out of the game during the actual game of this game, your kid will win or lose. And so like by the end of the game, you'll see if your kid's team made it into like the finals or whatever, depending on how well you did as a road rage soccer mom. I guess it would have to be soccer,
and
aka football, because soccer mom.
Well, I think you could eventually pick other sports. And I thought that what you could do is make it so it's a race to the game, like you said. You could crash into other moms. You can use abilities that, depending on the sports of the kids you have in the car, because you're also carpooling different kids, you could do different things, such as if you're doing baseball kids, all of a sudden when you throw a ball that it can curve, it has a fastball, there's like a fork ball, and now you have different aiming options. If it's a soccer ball, maybe you can charge it up and it'll, like, the ball will go further, and different stuff like that. But besides that, I think it's going to be a cool racing, crashing kind of game where it's still lighthearted. So there isn't going to be any guns or death in this game, but it'll still kind of bring that type of racing game where it's more arcadey and you can crash each other and make people kind of immobilize them. And like you said, it can add up to the overall game at the end, which is a really cool idea.
So in terms of the gameplay, I actually don't see this as a racing game.
Not a racing game. It's like you're destroying the other mom's cars on the way to the game.
Yeah.
But it's like from point A to point B.
Because like, I see this as more of like a shoot, what do you call those type of games where...
And the special meter can be a road rage meter that builds up until the mom gets really upset.
So, okay. So like the gameplay, what I see it kind of being like is kind of like a it's not Galactica that I'm thinking of. I forget what games they are, but you normally in these type of games you play as a spaceship and then you go from bottom to top and you have to like fight enemies coming down, or like let's say it's like a big like big ship that you have to take down, and you're like taking down turrets and you're taking down um ships that are flying off of this big ship that you're trying to take down, and you have up, down, left, right. But I see that kind of game style, but on a road. So obviously you have to pay attention to traffic, to obstacles, to kids on the road or whatever. But you get to like use whatever sport that your kid's going towards to like take down other moms' cars. So there's regular cars on the street, but then there's also
Yeah.
sports moms' cars that are driving around, and you could find them randomly throughout the road that you're driving on. And there's random obstacles and stuff like that. So I see it more like, do you know what kind of game style I'm talking about? It's not Galactica is more like a Space Invaders, right? I'm talking about more like, I don't know. I can't think of like a game title right now, but do you know what I'm talking about? You go from up to top, and then you like take care of
I was
like
just thinking burnout, but you're going from one point to the other while doing these things.
okay.
Right?
So you want more like car combat, because the way I see it is more arcadey, where it's like you see your car and then it's like a bird eyes view, and there's a road, multi-lane road, and then you had to like switch lanes and then like throw
Nah,
a
I want you to
curveball and
control the
stuff.
car. There be a lot of action. You're bumping into people. There's like kids hanging out, like even like with balls like that they're throwing, or tennis rackets, and they're spiking and doing stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay. If you want to go more in that direction, then I see it like,
And you
okay,
can even do it where it's like where the characters in the back who are attacking are almost like double dash, where they have a lot of personality. They're hanging, they're doing different stuff like that. And that adds up to the road rage too. You can hear like the mom maybe yelling at the kids too to calm down. Sit
okay.
down.
I do see it kind of so I don't see like Mario Kart where you have to go to a certain checkpoint to get your power up. I see it more like Overwatch, where there's a cooldown on your
Yeah.
abilities. And the way I see the abilities is maybe you have, let's say the mom, your character, the mom has like maybe 2 or 3 kids, each of them at all different age ranges. And let's say there's 3 seasons to this. We'll go like, let's say spring, summer, and fall. And during each of these seasons, each of your kids have their different sport that's related to that season. And those are your abilities that you have for that season. And so each chapter, quote unquote, spring, summer, fall, you'll have different abilities that you could use depending on what your kids are playing during that season. You know what I
Okay, I
mean?
like that.
And so they'll obviously the maps will have different looks to them because you're changing seasons throughout the game, and then your powers are different in each season. And then each season you'll start from your home, you'll drive out, and then you'll see mom's cars, and then maybe we could treat them kind of like, I don't know if you want
So
to treat each mom like a boss fight or it.
I had one idea. I don't think we should make each mom a boss fight, but I would want to import this kind of idea, and I want there to be a nemesis, but I want it to be like where the mom sees it is like, is that Teresa? And it's like, ooga chugga, Teresa. As she like gets in the lane and like starts driving. So then you have like one mom who
Yeah.
like it was like your rival. So they have a little bit more health, a little bit more maneuverability. They hit you a bit more.
So you just spurred a great idea in my head where you have these three kids, right? And each of them do their individual sports each season. And I want this to be more like, how do I explain it? I guess Star Fox is the best way to explain it, where each match we give you the entire road to drive to your match destination.
Hmm.
And during this drive, every single time you play this specific match drive, all the moms and even the moms on your kids' teams are all um, on the road, and they're all placed in the exact same place each time. And so, as you're driving through, you can meet up with any of the moms depending on what path you take to get to your destination. And on your way, you'll meet other moms from either your side or the opposite side. And we'll do it like that, where it's like the nemesis system from Shadow Mordor, where when you meet a mom finally on the road, depending on the path that you take, you could choose to take them out or ignore them to go to a different route and meet the mom of like the MVP of this one sport for one of your kids. So you could take them out, or you could like choose to take a bunch out at the same time. But you have to choose which moms you want to take out and which ones you want to ignore, so you could take out the best ones for each sport. Because then you have to manage 3 kids sports, and you have to take out which mom has the best kid in each sport, so you can make sure you win all 3 games by the end of the season. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you would have, there'd probably be like a map where it shows you the general direction of the best players for each of your kids' sports, and then you have to drive to that location to take them out before they get to the game.
Now that we got the base gameplay down, what's really going to make this game is going to be the little touches. It's going to be the arguments between the mom and the kids when you're changing radio stations in the car to choose your favorite music. The kids will like complain about the radio station if it's a different kind of music than they listen to. You're going to hear them say, like, if you take out the MVP, like, suck it, Ryan, that kind of stuff. And like, don't say suck it in my car as they go through. I think it's that little, like the little dialogue, the little story options, the comedic touches we do that's really going to send this game over the top.
Yeah, and not just that, but like if you keep taking out the MVP for your middle kids games, that mom's going to start looking for you on these maps. And so you're going to have it where other moms are looking for you depending on how often you take them out during these drives. And I guess the goal of the game is to have each of your kids win at the end of every single season. But obviously that's really hard to do because you have to take out each mom that has kids that have good kids in whatever sport that kid's going to be playing. And also you have to take them out quickly, or if you can't take them out quickly, you have to take out the right ones during each drive. So you got to plan it out. But if you take out too many of a certain one, you'd have to like worry about them coming after you at that point, because then that's going to take time out of your day to go take out another mom. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff. This is actually a lot more complex than you'd think, I guess, where we'd probably have to put like a journal where it's like, oh, if it would have to just be a hint thing where it's like, if you take this person out one more time, they're going to get pissed and they're going to come after you. Or like, you should probably try to find Teresa and Julie, or their kids are going to win this match baseball game type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What's this game looking like?
I mean, I kind of see it like not the greatest looking. Like I see like, what do I envision in my mind?
I could see it almost like a cartoon, like a cartoon looking game.
I mean, it's
doesn't have to
definitely
be
not
the
going to be
most.
realistic at all. Like I see it kind of like Job Simulator. That's what I see in my head, where it's like they look realistic, like you could tell what it is,
I was
but
thinking more like a
it's
Simpsons hit and run type of style, where
mm,
it's like a 3D Simpsons universe, but not that, but like a cartoon universe similar. Maybe
okay.
where the characters are looking a little bit more humanized, like Recess.
Like I think that'd be cool, but I feel like there's so many branching paths and stuff. We'd have to like give and take a little bit, I feel. Unless you want to make this like a full blown triple A, because in my head this seems like more of like a double A fun arcadey game.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But it doesn't necessarily mean that you like graphics have come a long way. Genshin Impact's a free to play game.
I mean that's true, but I feel like there's so many branching paths and like dialogue options and stuff where we'd have to downgrade the graphics a little bit to fit all of this, even if it's a full price $60 game. Because I feel like it is a full price $60 game.
So what we'll say is the graphics are good, but not the best.
Yeah, but I like. Have you seen Job Simulator at all? Like,
Yeah, it looks okay, but Job Simulator is a VR game.
right? It's
VR
just
game.
I understand like in terms of graphical fidelity, but I just mean in like art style, where it's like
Yeah, that'll work.
they look like real things, but it's kind of like clunky and
I just think for
polygonal.
a racing game, I know what you're talking about, but I was like, I want it a little bit smoother. That's why I would rather go for a cartoony style.
Right,
Not that it's
right.
racing, but you are going to be moving fast in a car.
That's true. Where I guess the driving does have to feel pretty good.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that to be clunky, or else people get motion sick.
Yeah. Have you played a game called Cell Damage before?
Nope.
Well, I don't know
I
what
haven't
else.
even heard. I've heard of it, but
It's pretty
wait.
fun.
Oh! It was at a game on the
It
GameCube
was.
where you were in a car, huh?
Uh-huh.
Where you were in a kart racer, and then I remember there being deranged characters. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that game.
It was a
And then you
hero
could take out like
shooter,
buzzsaws.
kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is another game that I'm taking inspiration from. Yeah, I did play that game.
So I guess
So
I
there you
kind of
go.
see it like that, where it's like it's
That works. No one else is gonna know what that means. All the
No.
listeners right now are like, "What the hell is cell damage?"
it's just cartoony, kind of chunky looking, but the gameplay is smooth. Like the power-ups and like
Yeah, it's gonna be high. What I'm saying is we're gonna deliver a game that looks good but has high frame rate.
right.
Okay. What about the pricing here? How much are we willing to play? Well, with the music, I forgot to I skipped that part. I think a lot of just generic music, like different bands. We're gonna do the classical, we're gonna do the jazz, we're gonna do the funk, we're gonna do the rap. But I think we're not gonna have any singing in it. It's just gonna be the beats. You get what I mean? So like funk beat, jazz beat, rap beat, like kind of ambient music behind, background music.
I guess. I think what it would be more like is each season has like 2 or 3 tracks that kind of feel like that season, and then they'll just rotate through maybe. Or maybe what it's more like, maybe we could do, actually, this is what I think is what we should do, is kind of like Sims music, where this is a driving quote unquote game, and you mentioned radio stations before, so maybe in the car you have multiple radio stations that you could just pick, and then if you choose one or the other, your kids and your mom will have, or you as a character as the mom will have different voice dialogues for depending on what station you choose, and these stations will just be generic Sims music where, like you said, there's not lyrics, but it's kind of just more gibberish, singing
Yep.
along to a generic rock song, a generic rap song, a generic pop song, and it's just a basic beat and tune and melody with gibberish backing for vocals.
Gibberish it is. All right. How much are you willing to pay?
I'd say $60, where it's like
Wow. My games really ever make it to $60.
Like, I feel like it just has a lot of replayability. I mean, I would want to put a multiplayer mode in this, but I don't think that's what it is. It's just more.
We could eventually patch it in.
I think it's just more like 3 different seasons where your kid is like, or your kids, you're just trying to get the perfect run where all 3 of your kids win the finals in each season or whatever, right? So I guess it's more like a Star Fox thing where it's like picking the optimal path to get all 3 or 2 of your kids to victory. And maybe there could be a difficulty scale that we put in where it's
And
like you have
every
1, 2, or
play
3 kids.
and every playthrough is different.
Yeah. Like, how about we do that where it's like there's easy, medium, and hard. Easy, you only have to manage 1 kid's game. Medium, where you have to manage 2 kids' games, and hard, where you have to manage 3 kids' games, right? And then we could add a DLC later where it's like winter season, and that's like band. Like, you have a band kid. It would be the band kid DLC.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right, Jay. Get your timer out because we're going to name this game.
Wait for it. Go.
Road Raging Soccer Moms.
So I had a very similar title where it's Soccer Mom, Road
Oh my
Rage.
No. Let's do Raging Soccer
What's
Moms.
wrong
not
with
the
my
colon.
title?
Colon.
How about just Soccer Mom?
Because then it misses the whole point about the road.
See,
Road
that's
rage
why
is
I
more
put the
important.
colon Road Rage.
But why do we need a colon?
It
for
would
this
be like
video
Mario
game?
Kart Double Dash. You know, it's Soccer Mom Road Rage.
But that's only because it's an established franchise. The Soccer Mom franchise isn't established.
So what do you want to call it?
I want to put the adjective in front and call it Road Raging Soccer Moms.
I just feel like that's too long of a title. Because that's just
Okay,
one
Road
whole-
Rage.
But then that's just any driver. I feel like it has to have all elements where it's maybe if you remember a long time ago, I don't even remember what we named this game, but we made a game about road rage and like going through freeway traffic and having to like take unique paths through traffic to get through traffic jams. What if this is a spin-off of whatever that game was? Do you know what that game was called?
No, I do not know. We're not going to be able to find it now.
I was like, you know what game I'm talking about though, right?
I do. So we're going to have to call this Road Rage, the Ballad of the Soccer Mom. I like how games always have ballads now. Road Raging Moms, Road Raging Soccer.
How about something more like shit. I'm trying to make like a Mad Max reference, but I can't think of anything. I guess it would be like the Soccer Mom's Fury.
I'm telling you, my name was the best.
Soccer Mom's Path.
Because Furious Youth League Sports Parents.
How about just I think my main issue in your original title lies with the ing after road rage. Because road raging, I feel like just is sounds weird to me. So what if it was just Road Rage Soccer Mom? Just like that.
Okay.
Is that your acceptance?
Yes. Road Rage Soccer Mom works.
All right, 3 minutes and
It's
38
what
seconds.
I want to convey.
All right.
The Road Rage and the Soccer Mom, as long as they know what they're getting themselves into. So this is a game that you play as a soccer mom who has road rage, and she's on her way to the game. And what she decides to do is take out the other moms who also bother her, and get her kid to the game in tip-top shape while taking out her opponents in Road Rage Soccer Mom. Depending on the season, depends on your upgrades. Also, the type of car you drive. It all matters as you take different branching paths to get to the game and deliver your little kids to their championships. All right, Jay, I think we have a game here. Would this be a game would you want to play, and is it fun?
It sounds like a game I would give it a shot and play for like 3-4 hours and then just get tired of it and stop playing. Like, it seems like a game I'd start, like it for the first hour or two, and then play it for like maybe 2 or 3 more days, and then just never touch again, never think about it again.
This would be a game that I'd have a lot of fun playing with my friends and with myself and talking about when it came out for free on PS Plus. I'm like, man, you guys need to check this game out. Or there'd be like a random month like April when this game hits and you're like, ooh, there ain't nothing here. This game's cool. Like how Costume Quest was for me every time. All right. So what studio would you want to create this game? I already know mine. All right. Are you ready?
I have no idea. What do you got?
Easy, Double Fine. Boom, 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 boom. Pow, pow, pow. Easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
They understand what this is all about.
Let's go crazy. I'll give it. This makes no sense, but I'm just throwing it out there. We'll give it to Housemark. They're the guys behind Resogun and like the Dead Nation and all that stuff.
No sense. All right. Here I go again. I'm going to give this game to Atlas. It's going to be a short 11-hour game with tons of style. See, now we got a $60 game where it's going to be like a group of kids like siblings, but it's going to be like Persona now over the course of seasons. I just basically, by choosing this developer, I took all of our core ideas, but now there's a spin.
Not just that, you just made a new game. Atlas would make a different game.
No, they take our core ideas and implement them.
All
Seasons, right. Soccer Mom, Rage, Kids. The kids just have a new art direction.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
I don't really
you don't
got
have another
anyone
studio
else.
for us?
Yeah. Let's just throw it out there. Another one that doesn't make sense, but it comes to mind. Game Freak.
That would make sense.
Yeah. More than Housemark.
And with that, our 134th IP has gone gold. We hope you look forward to this experience that will probably never release. This one for sure. You can write to apphuntgames@gmail.com if you have anything to patch into the game we created today. Also, give us feedback. We are still learning how to make this show better, and your feedback really helps. We have a Patreon. If you'd like to back our ideas, please head over to patreon.com/wearenotgamedevs. Patrons receive episodes 2 days early and an extra podcast at the beginning, which you caught the tail end of our conversation at the beginning of this episode. That's patreon.com/wearenotgamedevs. If you liked our show, why not subscribe and give us all the stars on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Store, Spotify, YouTube, and more. If they ask for a review, instead of reviewing our show, become your inner game critic and review Road Rage Soccer Mom, the video game we just created today. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back next Friday with another new IP. Again, my name is AG.
And I'm JE.
Thank you, and please remember that we are not game devs. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like it's like a new show. I'm getting up. I'm shuffling papers.
What?
You know how, like, in a news show, the lights will go out and then they'll shuffle papers and just slowly get up from their desks?
Sure.
That's how that one ends.
All right.
Do we leave this going and I just get a LaCroix, or
Nah, stop it.